When I'm in a church and people are just sort of like chit-chatting, it kind of makes me, it does actually make me sad. It doesn't just kind of make me sad, it does make me sad. This is a holy place and we're preparing to do like a holy thing, celebrating Mass. It kind of presents this worldview of like, oh man, like we're missing it. We just kind of miss what's happening here. And to be honest, I have a similar response to a lot of how folks treat Holy Week. Before we jump into the video, I've been doing Ascension Presents now for a little bit more than 6 years, and it has been a tremendous joy and source of grace. I'm particularly grateful and blessed by the relationships that it's introduced me to and the people that I've met. What we're doing here at Ascension with our free media and the podcast, Ascension Presents, and all of Father Mike's stuff, it seems like it's been a blessing to a lot of you too. And that's why we're doing it, that it's a source of grace for y'all on your journeys with the Lord and for the whole world. We at Ascension are able to give this out to you for free, and we want to continue to do so. As you may know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and this has only been fruitful and possible because of the generous prayers and also support of so many of our listeners and our viewers. So if you believe in what we're doing over here in evangelizing the digital continent with this free media, and if you're in a place where you're able to support our mission here financially, visit ascensionpress.com/support so that we can continue to create this content and continue to evangelize in this way and to give it out for free. Hey, I'm Father Mark Mary with Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. I'm gonna offer a couple of invitations on how we can really keep Holy Week holy and enter prayerfully in this sacred time. And it has to be different. It has to be different. It is the week in which we celebrate with solemnity and sobriety and prayer and attentiveness the Paschal mystery of our Lord, like the core mystery of our faith. Our Lord betrayed, handed over to death, and then ultimately risen from the grave. But so often the week goes by and we treat the week just like any other week. So the number one way to keep Holy Week holy is to create space. Part of being holy is being set apart. And so this week, we want it to be set apart. Particularly, I'd encourage folks to create space to celebrate all of the liturgies proper to the Triduum. So Mass on Holy Thursday, the Good Friday liturgy, and then ideally, I know it's not going to be practical for everybody, but ideally creating space to celebrate the Easter Vigil. A little hidden gem within the Holy Week schedule is the Chrism Mass. Generally, it's going to be in the cathedral with the bishop, and then all the priests go there. It's the Mass in which I guess the word would be consecrate, the oils, like the Chrism oil, the oils that are used throughout the year. A bunch of priests go and they renew the priestly promises, particularly here in New York when we go. It's just like really moving and really powerful. Second, again, we want to keep this sacred time sacred. This Holy Week is a particularly good time to have a pretty serious fast from what we could call the profane, general entertainment, watching TV shows, streaming, listening to secular music, even like sports, social media. If we want to watch something, there's like some like sort of pious and holy movies and shows out there. But again, it's a holy time and sacred time. And you just don't want to be the person who's like in Jerusalem where the Lord is like going through his passion and carrying his cross and you're just like going about your business and you miss the whole thing. And so I think that a really great way to enter into Holy Week and to keep the sacred time sacred and keep it holy is like a pretty strict fast and stepping away from, again, like secular or profane entertainment. Thirdly, now this is like Holy Saturday, if possible, we wanted to have a somewhat similar feel to Good Friday. Even like, as we fast on Good Friday, we're actually kind of encouraged, if possible, to keep the fast until the Easter Vigil. Holy Saturday, we're preparing for Easter. And so there can be a prayerful preparation of baking, of decorating, etc. And I just kind of share that because I think oftentimes maybe we go to Good Friday liturgy, we enter into it, presentation of the cross, etc. And then Holy Saturday, we're just like back to business as usual. If possible, we want to kind of keep it a day that's noted by prayer and a little bit of solemnity. Is in a certain sense, we sort of prayerfully remember our Lord in the tomb. In churches, for example, that day, the Blessed Sacrament still is not going to be reserved in the tabernacle. There's still something particularly sort of sober about that day in which we remember our Lord's passion and his time in the tomb. And then lastly is we want to run through the finish line. And by that, I mean like we want to take Easter, the Easter octave, and the whole Easter season serious and really create space and be intentional about celebrating Easter and the Easter octave and the Easter season very well. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining me today and making this a part of your Holy Week. And hopefully it's helpful for you to prepare and to go even deeper into this most holy and sacred of weeks. Remember, we are pilgrims on this earth. Somos peregrinos poco a poco, little by little. Vamos a llegar. We're going to make it. Bye, friends.